Hey everybody, it's the Redstone Wizard here again, bringing you another Redstone showcase. What I got for you today is a variable linear shulker box sorter. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, the shulker boxes go into one slot, go check, and they get sorted out by their item type, by their items, one at a time for each type in the system that is programmed in the system, but it's variable, so the first item to go in there is the filtration system, and it goes one after another. Now, it does a reset and it loads those items back into shulker boxes, but of that one type. So you take your mixed shulker box and you throw it in, and there you go. That's what you got. So this is what we've got here. The original video, it was made by Dat Nerd, and link to his video will be in the description. He called it a cyclic sorter. I actually like the term variable linear shulker box sorter better. But yeah, it's this thing only has 5 slices for normal stack items and 3 for partial stack items, as in things that stack up to 16. And there's not much difference between the two except for 2 little parts. Now, what this does is actually takes the items, and I say it's linear. We actually go through and pull out every single thing. Occasionally you'll get ones like this, and pulls them out and lines them up. But yeah, for the most part, it just goes and separates them out like the standard splitter. But the only difference is will load multiples of multiple shulker boxes into the system. See, this is what we've got here. This barrel is exactly everything is actually a full barrel of that shulker box. Now, it's going to take a moment to start the process. It has to filter out all of them into this double chest, and as soon as it finishes, it's going to push that piston, activating the system, just like that. Now, when I said the first item comes in, I've got a nice little walkway here. It takes the first item and maps it to that spot. Same thing with the next one. And the next one. It just keeps mapping them to that spot. It maps them all to that spot. And any items that are partials that are 16s will actually just pass through the system to get loaded into another shulker box temporarily, just to be able to go over to this side and get that sorted out. The exact same way that this one gets sorted out too. And any of them that are full, it goes through this checker to see if it's a full shulker box. If it's a full one, it's not going to end up in here. As you can see, I've ran mini tests, and these will all end up going there. But if it still has items in it, it goes into here. And I have no idea why that is in there. That's not supposed to it. But yeah, it's a nice system. I've stress tested it. There's very few issues that I've noticed. It's the occasional shulker box getting it placed into the wrong area, or the shulker boxes breaking too early type thing. But yeah, and the system will constantly work, filling out. And when it's done sorting out all the shulkers in that area, it checks first off to see, before it does the reset, these pistons will fire up, and if no items have gone through, these pistons wouldn't have fired at all, which will which will activate this comparator, creating this RS NOR latch, locking our filtration hopper, preventing anything from going until when the reset circuit happens from firing and releasing an item in there. And then to save shulker boxes, if an item has not gone through, this target block will not pop up. If an item has gone through, the target block will pop up and process when the system says, okay, time to fire. So it fires it first, and then this one a little bit later does the reset, which means we should already have had some redstone dust, redstone block, diamonds, a bunch of other things that, like I said, I've been testing this a lot. So as soon as they fill up, in fact, let's say 28 observers in there, and they just keep going. Now, this is a unique item elevator setup because I had to make it that way, just so that it can fit within the parameters I set. But yeah, here's a single slice of it. Yeah, I know it looks I know it looks like a spaghetti mess, but everything is set up in a specific way. If I give me you. Okay, yeah, I just had to reset that. Okay, so when I said that the system resets, does a locking system, it prevents these items from filtering out. And yes, rename these. I didn't rename them because I didn't need to. This is just the showpiece. But if no items have gone through, this will activate, pushing this piston up, locking this, creating this, activating this RS NOR latch, which then will lock the hopper that is used to check for filtration. If this is locked, no items will pass down. If this is unlocked, one item will pass down every time. And that just prevents it. And this is just our reset line. This furnace is important because if a non-stackable goes through, it actually fires off our dispenser again. So if a shulker box happens to go into this one, it won't freeze the system. And that's what the whole point is. We have a shulker box loading system, modified design, 2 white tileable from my original 1 white tileable that was based around the mangoes, and it works beautifully, and there is I haven't had any major issues with this system. But if we come over here is the filtration system itself. We have our filters. This one's for 64 stack, so if you set it up this way, you always run every item through the full stack system first. If a non-stackable item goes through here, or a non-full stack item, like an ender pearl, it will end up in this bottom section right here. So non-stackables and partial stacks go here, they end up in here, while the normal stacks go here. And we have a special checker here, which if this gets more than just 2, if this gets more than 1 more signal strength, then it will send the item into that section, which is why this is at 20. 21 will say it's and it'll give 2 more signal strength, which then will give it full power, but the items will transfer over into that. And over here, it's kind of hard to get to. We have 14. You can actually have this up to 15. for it, and it will do the exact same thing. Anything over a certain level will send it here, which is only a full stack, which is only your non-stackables, and your partial stacks go over here, which then gets loaded into your gets loaded into your shulker box loader, which then goes into your storage for the for sorting. And as you can see, sometimes, like I said, it does mess up sometimes, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent. But it doesn't mess up in the way of putting in different items in the shulker. I rather have it mess up where it only puts partial items in, then breaks, or items seem to get missed and I get multiple shulkers, then all the items get mixed up. And I've seen, and this has taken me a while to even set up for to prevent that, and that's what that is. But yeah, so if you guys actually want to take a look at this, there will be a world download in my Discord. And whew, I hope you guys, I will be getting a tutorial out for this and other storage tech components. And there we go. Well, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down in the comment section. If it's a major issue, I recommend joining my Discord. Link to that will be in the description. If you want to support me, you can subscribe. But you guys, this is the Redstone Wizard. Enjoy building.